what? So you lost when did you lose your brother? Because that's a whole nother
Yeah,
can of worms.
I was 27. So I was 27 when I lost him, and I was 32 when I lost my parents. So it
This is
wasn't.
before.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
it
Jeez.
was. Yeah, and he was.
God.
I'm laughing because I'm like, sometimes when I meet somebody new and they'll ask, I'm like, oh, he passed. They're like, how old was he? And I'm like, oh, he was 33. And so that creates a conversation. And they'll ask about my parents. I'm like, oh, yeah, they passed. And then I just start laughing because they're like, are you for real? I'm like, I'm for real. Yeah. I'm an orphan. Want to adopt me?
That's I don't even know what to say there because I was anticipating your brother being after. Not that it really matters.
I do still have one living brother. So
okay.
He's I think he's going to be 50. We are closer now since I don't know if that's important to the story, but we have the same dad. So like I would say my parents had a kid with their first love, like, out of high school kind of thing, like their first marriages, although my mom wasn't married. And then they met and planned me. I was the chosen one.
You're the one with the halo. That's why you look so young and good.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're blessing me.
Yeah.
So yes, his name's Jason. He has 2 amazing kids. And so I still have him, and we talk about history all the time. Actually, well, I don't know if this is important, but I just went back to our childhood home like not too long ago. And that was pretty, what do they say? Cathartic, or is it therapeutic? But
therapeutic?
Maybe therapeutic. Yeah. I mean, literally walked through the place where I was born. I mean, tiny.
Where's this?
It's the actual place is San Bruno.
San Bruno.
So I grew up in Pacifica, but the first 9 years, not that it really matters, but I don't want people to come read me. Think of the first first 10 years is where I grew. I lived in this place. It was this tiny little apartment, Evergreen Ridge Apartments. Even when I go home, when they were living, I would still drive by this place. So it's not like I'm like, oh, I need to, but it was so cool to like walk through it and go to my childhood bedroom. Like, wow.
Yeah, sprayed with flashbacks and memories.
All of it. They didn't really change the footprint. So I was like, this is kind of crazy.
And one of my best friends, he actually just sent me a photo of just randomly of my old original house in Jersey. It's the Polly Way house, which like my dad was like when we lost my dad and all that stuff. And it's weird how those just like all of a sudden just take you through a time warp of memories and emotions and this and that. So it just really shows how much all this stuff lives in us currently. Like even no matter how long ago it happened, you could easily bring that back up and just triggers a whole rain of emotions. And it just makes me think about, I do recollect of how those emotions affected me along the process, along the last 20 years. So I feel like, you're 6 years since your parents passed, you said?
5.
5 years?
No, you're right. 6.
5, 6.
I'm thinking of the other death.